Good morning, guys. I'm audible. Anand, Aparna.
Good morning, sir.
Sita, Chandra, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Sumant.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Shivaresh. Right. People will be joining. Meanwhile, so this course is one of the trending, hot, and very much necessity, which is AI, artificial intelligence. Of course, the focus is on using artificial intelligence as a testing, right? So as a tester, how do I use this artificial intelligence? That's the main focus of it. At the end of the course, our aim is to learn how do I use AI in manual testing? How do I use AI in test automation? That's the two main thing that we are going to learn it. What I'm not going to discuss is how do I test AI application itself? Okay, that is not the part of this course. So be advised, right? I'll repeat it. So we are going to learn how to use artificial intelligence to perform manual testing and how to use artificial intelligence for perform test automation. The more advantage is in using test automation. Of course, we will learn it. And in between, we will also use something called vibe coding. What is it? And something like that. And we will also learn one more, which is prompt engineering. That's not a big deal. Okay. It's an overhyped topic, but still we are going to discuss it. And this basically course is based on Python language. So let me go to test automation and AI testing. So here is the syllabus of it. Let me just put the URL, ladies and gentlemen. Duration, I'm planning for 15 days. I know depending on the batch, it may be anywhere between 15 to 20 days. Timing, you guys already know, it will be 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. and typically Monday to Friday. Every day, same Zoom link, same passcode. Those who are attended the regular class, you already aware of it. Okay. Videos are available in Akshara mobile app, and also you can take it and download it to your laptop and watch it. But as of today, it is available in the Akshara mobile app. You can use Akshara mobile app in Android also, and as well as iOS also. So all the details are here, how to watch it. And very important thing is, every day, when I write any program, everything will be in the GitHub. Let me put the GitHub link for you guys. Contains all the codes and short notes. All the information will be added to the GitHub. And for it's a live class, that means it's a practical class. I will write a code, you will also write a code. Whatever I do it, you will also do it. So whatever you have done it, those things will be discussed in the Slack. Already I've added most of you to the Slack channel. In case if it is not, don't worry. So we'll be added to this, right? So please use mobile app to watch the video. Code and everything will be available in the GitHub. and Slack contains our discussions. Okay. So for a quick reference, I'm going to share this text file with you. So please download it and keep it with your reference. Just give me a second. So let's see. Again, don't make it as a radio station. So please be active. Ask me any questions. There are many things which I will be answering it. Sometimes I'll be discussing in the upcoming classes. So I will say, hold on, I'll just answer it. Okay. So please download and confirm in the Zoom chat. Okay, yes, something. Be active. That's it. Mamta Loganathan, check whether you are able to access the text file that I shared in the Zoom chat. If it is downloaded, acknowledge it in the Zoom chat.
Chat is disabled, able to download.
What is disabled, Nishita?
Chat.
Chat. Oh, 1 second.
Yes, sir. Slack chat.
Wait. Thank you. Now please check. So I want to take this batch as slow as possible because this is not a typical class where I will write a code, you will also write a code and run it. It's of more discussion, setup, and something like that.
Sir, I joined late. Can you
No.
send it again?
Yes, madam, I'll share it again. Okay. So please keep it safe. Make a habit of creating a separate code. Okay, by the way, the batch code is B156. Ladies and gentlemen. And those who attended Playwright class, what was the batch code? Python, what was the batch code? Anybody remember? Python?
B152.
And Playwright was?
B154.
Ayo, even number only is coming. Very good. Okay. And this AI testing is?
156.
In between other batches are getting.
Sir, I'm still not able to access Slack
What are
chats.
not able to? Sorry?
Slack chat, sir. Slack
It's
chat.
okay. It's okay. Not the Slack chat. I'm talking about Zoom chat.
Yeah.
You are facing issue with the Zoom chat?
No, sir.
No. Don't worry about the Slack. Good. Very good, Lakshmi. Rajshekar, very good. And attend this class only if you know Python. Please don't waste your time. Don't just join for a time pass. It's of no use. So you must know Python. The entire AI things, stuffs, automation framework, script, everything will be created using Python. That's a base for this subject. Of course, in the upcoming classes, there will be same AI testing will be discussed using JavaScript, using Java, different coding languages. So you can join those batches. Okay, Mamta downloaded. Very good.
Yes, sir.
Lakshmi, good.
Sir, AI testing, basically the platform is on Python or like it is?
Python. I am going to discuss it, everything using Python. Of course, we will use ready-made tools also, right? But majorly it is Python based.
Okay.
Nothing else. Okay. So now, so what are you going to discuss it? So I've just divided into 4 important modules, right? So first one is we'll discuss the basics of AI. Okay. What is AI? What it contains? Okay. Especially some of the jargons like data, algorithm, model, LLM, okay, something like that. The basics. Okay, what is in AI? And we will create our own AI. What do you mean by our own AI? From the scratch, right? Our AI, fundamental AI software we created. What is done by OpenAI? What is done by Google people? What is done by Microsoft? Okay, so we'll create our own AI. Of course, it is not a comparable. It's a very nano AI we created just to get an idea. Okay, how these people create an AI. We will train our AI, okay, using couple of parameters, whereas in real time, the actual AIs will be trained using billions of parameters. That's the magnitude. Okay. So what are the different types of AI? We are going to discuss it. And then we will see how do I create very famous, right? All of us heard about AI. When did you guys heard about this AI word? Buzz. The first thing that you heard about AI.
2022.
22. What was it? Correct.
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT,
ChatGPT.
correct? What is the use of ChatGPT? I can chat with that. So we can also create our own chat system. Okay, that I'll show you. But ChatGPT, fine. Okay, that is not a scary thing. The real problem started with a wonderful concept called AI agent. Okay, so we will also create our own agent. Then comes the next level. That is where it is scaring the IT industry, which is agentic AI. AI agent and agentic AI. Agentic AI is the real guy who does everything. So that also we'll discuss it. Then we'll see how to use it in manual testing, right? And how to use it in automation testing. What is that vibe coding, so on and so forth. And then we will see how to use it in test automation, right? So how do I create a self-healing automation script and so on and so forth. That is a overall picture of something. But please remember, don't expect whatever the news that is getting spread that AI will take care of everything. Okay, yes, we can understand that it is capable of doing it, but at the same time, a human intervention is always required for decision making and all. So completely autonomous systems, it is possible to build, but it depends on the cost. Remember, any company, any business basically runs on the cost, money. If I convert a manual test case into automation script, example, okay, if I want to convert manual test case into automation script, I have two choices. Choice number one, hire an automation engineer. Choice number two, use AI. Tell me on what basis company will decide whether to use automation engineer or to use AI.
Cost.
Ultimately, it depends on cost. If AI engineer is capable of doing it with a lesser cost, then why the hell they invest money on AI? Even till today, okay, let me take a wonderful example. The hype was created in our real world. Okay, I think all of us, you know it. Ola, Uber.
Yes.
What service they give, ladies and gentlemen?
Transportation.
Hey, I'm going to conducting
Cab
class only for
services.
Sabarish. Jitendra, you guys will never learn the subject if you become a mute. Trust me, it will be again a radio station. This is not going to work out. So if that is the case, if you just simply want to join, better watch video whenever you are free. Why you want to get up at 7:30 and join the class? So be active. It's of no use if you simply join on mute. I'm telling everybody, right? This is where the difference between AI and human beings. We should interact, we should learn, we should adapt, right? We should scale. That is what we should do. So when Ola came into the market first, Uber come into the market first, do you know what people discussed it? People thought, oh, I'll just open my mobile, I'll book the cab, a cab will come and it will pick me, it will take me to the destination, I'll pay the money. So no headache of owning a car. I need not own the car. Everything is taken care by Ola and Uber. So they thought, oh, this will disrupt the auto industry, that nobody is going to buy the car, nobody is going to buy the bike, something like that. It's been more than a decade. Tell me, did we start purchasing a car?
No, sir.
No. Right? So everybody thinks that Ola will maintain everything. They will only maintain the car. Everything is taken care by him. Why I unnecessarily have to spend lakhs of rupees on purchasing a car? I just press a button, car will come with the driver. The driver will only pick me and drop it. This is what the concept looks very fantastic, but ground reality is different, right? So do you think people start buying the car? No, we are still buying it. Okay. Second thing, and do you think Ola is always reliable? 24
No.
bar 7, will you get a cab the moment you book it? No, right?
No.
You have to wait, right? And sometimes you need to pay extra money in the peak hours. Have you seen such faces? Right?
Yes, sir.
People complaining that,
Yes.
hey, they are charging double. And another very important thing is it this Ola and Uber is available in every city, every village?
No, sir.
Only.
No.
And next, very important question. Do you think even till today, Ola and Uber make profit?
Yes.
Yes.
Are they making profit? Check out their from the day one investment. one trip they make profit, but whole as a company, check their investment amount and current earnings. They are not making profit even till today. They made money because of share market. So public has invested money by purchasing their share. That is where they got a money. By running the cab, they are not making the money. Even same thing with the Swiggy and Zomato also. Even till today, this Flipkart and all, they are not a profitable business. Okay, so that's okay. That's a different model. So what I'm talking about is AI will replace only when the cost reduces, but the cost is very high right now. Everybody is burning money. This OpenAI, okay, or a Gemini to take it, or a Copilot to take it. So those companies are burning money like anything. So even they are not at all touch the profitable mark. It's okay. At the end of the day, AI will become another tool for us on a day-to-day basis to use it. It will create more opportunity. 100% sure it will disrupt the existing IT market. It will change the way we work. It will change the way we perform tasks on a day-to-day basis. But more job will create, more opportunity will create. For that, you should adopt it. Okay, long ago, I'm talking about around 200 years back, people used to move using the horse cart, right, or a bull cart. And when the automobile was invented, let us say a car was invented, everybody think that, oh, I lost my job. Those who are running those horse and the bull, okay, they thought I'll lose the job. Yes, they lost the job, no doubt about it. But more transportation opportunities created. Even when ATM came, everybody started shouting that bank will close. No, bank are still operating it. So we know how to adopt it. So you have to embrace that change, right? Fantastic. Taking that as a reference. Yes, any questions? Sridhar? Sridhar, your voice is breaking. Sridhar, I'm sorry.
No, all good.
Yeah, fantastic. So taking this reference, let us not straight away jump into AI. Let us have a revision because this requires an intensive coding. So first we will recall what we discussed in Python. Then we'll recall what we discussed in the Playwright, so that will become one revision because it's been so many days we started. And in case if you already know Python, that's well and good. Okay. But I'm not sure. Those who attended Python class, guys, when did we started Python? Anybody remember? The
2 months back.
2 months back.
2 months back.
February
We finished 2 months back, I
February.
believe. Right?
February 5th.
Finished 2 months back. Not started, I believe. Is it?
Yes.
So it's been 2 months. It's worth revising it. Just give me a minute. And let us go for it. And please let me know if anywhere if you feel teaching is fast. Okay, just a minute. Fantastic. So we had a Python course. If you attended, well and good. If you have not attended, that's also fine. If you are aware of Python, that's well and good. Okay, so same around 28, 30 classes we have taken it. We discussed 14 different features, and we have written. Those who attended the class, hope you know that we used to write demo 1, demo 2, demo 3. Remember? Okay,
Yes,
we have
sir.
written more than 350 files like that. Okay, we have discussed the initially days. We discussed the basics of Python. Then we discussed the data types and all, function, oops, concepts, and so on. So we started with very basics. We installed Python. And we install an IDE. What is an IDE? Integrated Development Environment, which is PyCharm. We started with very simplest program to print my name using a statement called print. In Python, when we write a program, some of the lines of a code, I don't want the Python interpreter to touch it. We comment it, right? And in order to comment multiple lines, what we can use multiple lines and press Ctrl/, or we can also use triple single quote also possible. Okay, and any file that you create in the Python have an extension .py. When you run it at the end, you will get one message, knowingly unknowingly. Okay, you might have observed it, exit code 0. That indicates there are no error. It is executed successfully. Then we discussed, okay, I want to store the data. So what I will do, I use a concept called variable. Variable is a placeholder where we store the data. In Python, there is no constant. It is only a variable. That means you can change the data. And when you store the data, it depends on what are you storing it. We call it as a data type. To find the data type, we use a function called type, isn't it? Okay, Aparna madam, please be on mute. And the data types are classified into different types. Like if it is a numeric one, it is called as an int. If it is a number with a decimal places, it is a float. And of course, there is one more thing rarely used, which is complex. We have a string data type, Boolean data type, none type, etc., etc. Right? So that's a basics data type. We have discussed it. We have written some programs also. And then we discussed a concept called operators. Operators are the special symbol used to perform some operations. Based on the purpose, we classify them. Based on the functionality, we classify them as arithmetic operator. Ladies and gentlemen, can somebody help me to identify these operators? What are these?
Addition,
Addition,
Subtraction,
subtraction, multiplication,
Division.
division,
floor division,
floor division. Then
power,
double star.
Power.
What is double star?
Exponential.
Exponentiation. Power of.
power,
Right?
conversion,
Percentage is
Mod.
modulus.
modulus.
Remember. Then we have a shortcut also. Okay. When you say, when you write a code, what was it? Just quickly write it for you. A is equal to A plus B. Okay. Something like that. So what is common? What is
A.
present left side and right side?
A.
How do I write it?
A plus equal to B.
So these assignment operators are available for all this, right? So we have a shortcut also, and it works even for concatenation also. Plus does concatenation, and star, not only it multiplies, it also works as a repetition operator. Any idea what it does? If I write hyphen star 30,
Hyphen 30 times.
30 times.
that is called as what? Repetition operator. Okay, these are all the different types of operators we discussed it. And then when you write a code, the code executes from top to bottom in a sequential order, isn't it? In order to run it on the required order, we use an option called control statement. In that, one of the control statement is condition statements, right? If condition, okay, as you can see it in the right side, there is one sample code is written. Depending on the condition, if condition is true, if part is executed. If the condition is false, else part is executed. I can write only if. Can we write only else? Sorry, not allowed. If and else we can write it. Can we check more than one condition, one after the other? Yes. How to do that? Using if. We call it as else if, but we write it as a elif. Be careful about it in Python. Okay. Can I write a condition inside another condition statement?
Yes, sir.
We call it as a nested condition statement. So we have done. Okay. And actually speaking, Python is little weird. You can write if else in one single line also. Can you see this example?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Sometimes I might use it. So print pass if the code is 200, else fail. That is the meaning of it. So if it is only one line statement, that can be written in, okay, sorry. If condition contains one, else contains only one, that can be written in one single line. So that is also possible. And Python is very sensitive. We have to write it, okay, with a proper spacing. You already know. Okay. And if condition and all will help me to just execute the condition only and run the code, execute and skip it. We have discussed another thing called looping statement. When I say looping statements, we have for loop. Okay, in for loop, it is not like a typical for loop like other language like Java, where we have 3 sections. This is just for I in whatever the collection here. Collection can be a range, list, etc., etc. Right? We have it. And then comes the while loop, right? So where you don't have a collection, you want to repeat it, we have a something called while loop. And in between, we have a jumping statement. Ladies and gentlemen, what break does? It will help me to exit the loop. Okay, whereas continue will skip it and go to the next iteration. Right? We can also put if else and all. You can see a sample example in the right side. Okay, so we use the looping statements. And then we started with the collections. We saw how to create a list. Okay, and what are the methods available in the list and so on and so forth. One of the very special thing about the list is it will support a concept of extracting the element. That process is called as slicing, right? And as you can see it here, so what is the meaning of 2, 6 here? Starting from index 2 till 6. Starting index is included, ending index is excluded. It will not include that. And of course, step count is also there. -1 will reverse it. It will go through every alternative element and so on and so forth. And surprising is in Python, it will also support negative index, right? So be careful about it. And we also saw so many methods with respect to list. Some of the important one is, you can say, append, insert, pop, remove, clear, etc., etc. We have seen it. Like list, we have another one, which is a string as well as a tuple. What is the major difference between list and tuple? List is mutable, tuple is immutable.
Immutable.
What is the meaning of it, ladies and gentlemen?
Immutable, it is only created
We
once.
change at
You
the
cannot
runtime.
change
We
it.
cannot
Once
be
you
changed
create,
at
you
the
are not allowed to modify.
runtime.
Okay, that is a tuple. List is indicated with the square bracket, tuple is indicated with the parenthesis.
Parenthesis.
And anything within the quotes is a string. And when I say string, in string, we can mention the string in 3 different ways. Single quote, double quote, and triple. So usually when do we use triple quote if you want to store a multi-line
Multi-line string.
And of course, you can use a slicing, okay, and as well as all the tuple string is almost the same. String is also immutable. Be careful about it. Okay. And of course, the string also has so many methods like converting into uppercase, lowercase, right? Removing the spaces and replacing it, checking whether it is starts with, ends with, and all. Okay. And also check whether it is alphabet, numeric, and so on. So. Then comes the set. What is a set? Set is a unique collections of elements. What is the difference here? List will allow duplicate, but set will not allow duplicate. That's a whole funda here. In the set also, we have some methods like add, remove, discard, pop. Set, does it guarantee the insertion order?
No.
Will it support index? No. So because of this reason, slicing and all will not work since it is a set. Mathematically, we saw some of the methods like union, okay, intersection, and so on. That's a rarely used options here. Be careful. And then comes the read-only set, which is frozen set. Usually rarely used. It's okay. Then comes another important one, which is dictionary, where we store the data in key value. Right? So we store key and value. And the key, you can see that you can store any data type. Value can be data type. But especially key, it should be immutable objects. List is not allowed as a key. Set is not allowed as a key. Okay, dictionary is not allowed as a key. All those things we have discussed it. Some of the methods are, if you say keys, you get only keys. If you say values, you get only values. When you say items, you will get both key value. Okay. After discussing the data type, we saw, okay, let's create our own reusable program so that I can call any number of times. That is where we discuss a concept called functions, a reusable block of code. First, you have to create a function, then only you can call it. To create a function, we use def keyword followed by the function name. Then usually it will take some inputs which are called as arguments.
Arguments.
And if function takes one argument while calling, you have to send it, or else we get error. Okay, and it goes with the position, one-to-one mapping. Function can also return a value. If you want to return multiple value, don't write multiple return statement rather than use list or any collection to return the multiple value, right? And we also saw the packing and unpacking concepts, right? So, and if you observe while calling the function, if you send the data, if the function takes 3 arguments, you must send only 3 of them. They are called as positional argument. And you can also send based on the name of the argument. As you can see here, this is called as keyword argument. And if you want to have variable number of argument, I want to send 1, 2, 3, 4, you can also use var args and also keyword argument. Okay, all the concept we have discussed it in detail about the functions, different way of taking the arguments. Okay. Then, is it possible a function can call itself?
Yes, sir.
Recursive functions. We have seen how it will call. If I not written properly, it will go to infinite loop. Be careful about it, right? And we have seen some example like printing 1 to 10, 10 to 1, factorial, and other things for a recursion. In Python, a function can take another function as an argument and call it. Such type of functions are called as what? Higher order functions. Okay. They are called as higher order functions. There are 3 higher order functions. We have seen it. Hope you remember.
Map.
Filter, map, and reduce.
Reduce.
That's right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then we started with the OOPS concept. Object-oriented programming systems contains the fundamental like class. What is a class? Class is a blueprint or
Blueprint.
template. Then we create a copy of the class, instance of the class, which is called as object.
Object.
And when we try to create an object, we call a constructor. Constructor internally calls new method, two methods. One is the new and second one is the init. New will
Init.
create an object and init will initialize the object.
Initialize an object.
Address of the objects will be stored in a variable called self, which points to the current object, and you create. Any variables created inside an object, they are called as instance variables. Each object will have their own copy. Instance variables are used to store individual information or private information. Sometimes I want to store common information, shared information, or public information. Having multiple copies doesn't make any sense. In such cases, we use class variable. In this example only, you can see that batch is a class variable, whereas name is an instance variable.
Instance.
If I create 100 student objects, every student will have name, their own name. But no matter how many objects you create, how many batch variable will be stored? Only one. That too in the class area it will store. Every object will have access to the respective class area. Class cannot access the object. Be careful about it. Okay. So like these variables, we do have methods also. Okay, we have seen it. Three types of methods are there, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I forgot to add it. What are those? Instance
Class
method,
method,
class method, and static method.
static method.
Okay, so we know how to decide its own. We also saw other OOPS concepts such as encapsulation and inheritance. What is encapsulation? Binding
Hiding
data
the
members
data.
with hiding the data and binding with the data members. To hide the data, we declare the variable as private. So there are only two visibilities in the Python. What are those? Public and private. By
Private.
default, all the variables and methods are public. If you want to make it as a private, start with double underscore, hyphen. Okay. It is not a hyphen. Please be careful about it.
Double
Madam,
underscore.
double underscore it is. Oh, sorry. Private. Okay. And we access it using getters and setters.
Setters method.
And acquiring properties from one class to another class is called as inheritance.
Inheritance.
Generally, code is already written. Or you want to write it again, you just reuse it. By inheritance, we can do that. And in the inheritance, minimum there will be two types of classes. One which has the actual code,
class.
parent, right, or super class or a base class. The other one which is inheriting it called as subclass, child class, or inheritance.
Derived class.
Derived class. Different name we use it now. There are different types of inheritance. We saw single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, and hybrid inheritance.
Hybrid inheritance.
Luckily, Python will support all of them compared to other languages like Java. Just for your reference, Java do not support multiple inheritance and hybrid inheritance, but Python luckily supports. Okay. We discussed another OOPS concepts, which is method. What is that? Polymorphism, basically. Sorry. Objects behaving differently under different circumstances. In that polymorphism, there are two things: a method overloading, and second one is method overriding. Is it both are supported in Python?
No.
Only
method overloading. Method overloading is not supported. Having multiple methods name in the same class with a different argument, that is method overloading. Python doesn't support it because they never felt it is necessary because there is no restrictions, right? You can make the current method itself accept different varieties of data, right? No restrictions as such. Whereas rewriting the method in the child class, okay, redefining the method in the child class with a different body, that is called as method overriding. Generally, name will be same. Argument can be anything. Return type can be anything. No restrictions at all in Python. Only rule is in the child class, method name should be same. That's it. Generally, body will be different. When do we use method overriding generally? We have a class. We want to reuse it in other class. We inherit all the methods, but one or two methods I want to customize it. I want to change it. I want to change its behavior. That is where we use a method overriding. Okay. So that concept we have discussed. And then comes the last part, which is actually not strictly enforced in the Python, which is abstraction. What is abstraction? Hiding the implementation details, exposing only necessary functionalities called as abstraction. In other languages like Java, C# and all, we have a concept called interface and all. But in Python, there is no interface. We have just only one thing, which is abstract class. How to create an abstract class? You need to import that a ready-made class available in the Python, which is ABC. What is ABC full form? Abstract base class, right? So that you need to import it from a package. Sorry, that you need to import it from a package. Class name is ABC. Package name is ABC. Inherit, make your class as a child class for it. Create a method without any body with a decorator abstract method. Then this class becomes abstract class. You are not allowed to create an object. So if you want to create an object, you have to implement it. What do you mean by implement it? Inherit and override. You have to inherit the abstract class and override it. So that is called as abstraction, right? So there is no interface. So we have class, objects, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction. So these are all the OOPS concept we discussed it, right? Next step. So after this OOPS concept, when we write a program, something goes wrong. It's not always we can write a perfect code, right? That is where we wrote something called exception handling, or also called as a error handling. What we do is, when you write a program, some of the lines of a code, there is a chances of throwing an error. Such type of code is called as a risky code. We write that risky code in a try block. And when we get that error or an exception, how to overcome it, how to handle it, that is called as a recovery code. That recovery code will be written inside except block. In the except, again, you can specify the error, you can handle multiple, one try can have, okay, one except or a multiple except, right? So that's how it is. There are sometimes I want to ensure a code is executed, irrespective of whether the exception is occurred, does not occur, handled or not. Okay, one guaranteed code I want to run. So in such cases, we use a finally block. It will always run it. So try block is for risky code. Except block is for recovery code. Finally block is for cleanup code. Okay, that is what we do. And can I create my own exception and throw it? Yes, it is possible. You create your own class and which extends exception. Right, as you can see it in the code, right side, you can see one example. And you generate the exception using a keyword. What is the keyword? Rise. Generally in test automation, we don't do that. This is required for our developers. Okay. And then we discuss file handling. What is that? Very famous is Excel file. How do I read the data from the Excel file? Open Excel file, access it, require the shell. Okay, so data present in the cell, you take it and print it. So for that, we used one package called open file Excel. Okay, and while discussing this, we have discussed even pandas also to handle CSV files. I'm going to reuse the pandas in the AI class, right? So careful about it. And I think we also discussed how to handle the JSON file also, reading key value pair and something. Okay, super. So this is all about the Python. We discussed it for so many days, and this much is enough for us to revise it. And once Python is done, so we started with the next topic, which is Playwright. Now, why do I need Playwright? Because I'm going to show you how to use AI to convert our manual test case into automation script. Of course, it is not as straightforward as we think. Okay, there it has got its own challenges. See also what is, you know. So we started with the Playwright. That is also, I think, around 30 days. We discussed it for a couple of months, right? And so we started with the tool. Right. So what is a Playwright, ladies and gentlemen? Playwright is a free and open source web application test automation tool, surprisingly given by Microsoft. Does it support all the browser? No, it supports only the major browser, that too the platforms, underlying platforms. Example, instead of Google Chrome and Edge, it will support its platform from Chromium. Instead of Mozilla Firefox, it will support its platform called Firefox. Instead of Safari, it supports its platform called WebKit. And it supports on all the major platforms. And compared to Selenium, right? Does it support all the coding languages? No, Selenium supports around 12, whereas this will support only 4 or 5 of them. What are those? Python, JavaScript, TypeScript, Java, and .NET. Of course, the prerequisite for this is to have an IDE and the Python install. How do we install the Playwright? Very simple. Pip install Playwright. It is going to install Playwright. If you want to install the browser, then you need to run the next command. What is the next command?
Playwright install.
Its own browser. Okay. Uses its own browser. Right. That's the installations we have done it. Now, if you observe, Playwright Python has two types of APIs. One is synchronous API, second one is asynchronous API. Asynchronous API, I think if you attended, you have seen it. Everywhere I have to use the keyword await. Remember? That is so irritating. So we use generally synchronous API. What is that? It will automatically adjust the waiting most of the cases. And as you can see right side, you will see one example here. We imported the synchronous Playwright. And the first step is to start the Playwright and open the browser, go to the page, okay, and perform the action and so on and so forth. There are four important objects in the Playwright. What are those? Number one, Playwright.
Playwright.
It contains
Within that
browser.
browser
Contains
page.
So we have written a program for performing some simple operation. Example, if you want to enter the URL, what is the method we are going to use it? Go to
method.
title, close, reloading, go back, forward, refresh. And there is no minimize, maximize method in the Playwright. So we use set the size using what? Set viewport. Of course, there are wait timeouts methods are there. We'll discuss it. And that is not the real automation. Real automation starts with identifying the elements. And to identify the element, we should know the basics of HTML, hypertext markup language. In that, you need to remember three things. What are those? Tag, and text. In order to see those details, we use a developer tool. We inspect an element, right click and select inspect, or the shortcut is what? F12.
F12.
That will reveal all the things. Now, after knowing all the HTML information, what shall I do? You identify them using locators, right? There are different types of locators. We have 8 of them. So what are those? We can say get by alt text, label, placeholder, title, text, test ID, role, area, right? So that is where we use inspector, if you remember, Playwright inspector. Then comes the locator. The last method is very peculiar. It will support 3 things. It will support text also, CSS also, and export. Observe now. In this case, some of them are case sensitive, some of them are not case sensitive. Some of them will allow partial match. All the detailed table has been discussed in the regular class, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. So be careful about it. Go through the table that I have given in the class. So just refer it. Okay. And of course, when it comes to CSS selector, one of the very famous out of all this is cascading style sheets. It has got a standard syntax. What is the syntax? Tag attribute is equal to value. There are 2 shortcuts are there. What are those? Hash and dot. Hash represent ID, dot represent class. You can also use partial match like starts with, ends with, contains, right? This cap represents starts with, dollar represent ends with, and star represent, star is equal to represent contains. One of the major limitation of CSS selector is it do not support text. Those who know Selenium, you have faced that issue. And that problem has been handled by the Playwright by giving a pseudo class. What is a pseudo? Text. 2 options that given it. One is a text, second one is text is. Text is not a case sensitive, it will allow partial match, whereas text is a case sensitive, it will allow exact match. Of course, you can also write multiple CSS selector together. And then comes a very powerful and strong locator. What is it? XPath. Path of the element in the HTML tree. We have majorly two types of XPath, ladies and gentlemen. One is absolute XPath and relative XPath. Does it support index? Yes. But index starts from
0.
1.
Hey.
So,
Index starts from
1.
1.
Oh, no. 200 times I'll shout in the class. In XPath, index starts from 1, index starts from 1.
Okay.
Ayo, Ramachandra. So, everywhere index starts from 0. In XPath, index starts from
1.
Careful. So, even after so many years, I know most of you are doing this Selenium Playwright from minimum 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, isn't it? No freshers, I believe. Still, you guys are not remembering index. Okay. So single slash represent child, double slash represent descendants, slash dot dot represent parent. We have following sibling, preceding sibling. Hope you remember those XPath access, right? And we can also use group index. We can combine more than one attribute using and or not. We can also identify using the text, okay, of the element. Here also it will have a partial match, right? Starts with, contains, ends with. But unfortunately, we cannot use ends with. It is not a XPath problem. It is not a Playwright problem. It's a browser. Browser do not support it. Be careful. Okay. And of course, we saw a wonderful option. If the element is completely changing, we used a concept of traversing, backward traversing and forward traversing, using which we can create a dynamic XPath using a wonderful concept called independent and dependent XPath, right? So we did traversing and we discussed all. Fantastic. In Playwright, it will help you to combine more than one locator using an option called locator chaining, right? You can just write one after the other. You can also, this will identify parent, then child, so on and so forth. If you want to identify using one element using more than one locator, then use and or option here. We can further filter down using a text or an element, whether it is visible, not visible. If it is more than one match, hope you remember we get an error, strict mode violation error. In order to handle it, we use another option called first, last, nth. If you want everything, you can use an option called all. If you want to know how many, we can use count. You can use a for loop and perform the action, right? That is to handle the multiple elements. Sometimes the elements will be inside a frame. So in such cases, we have to use the frame method and then perform the action. Okay, that is also discussed. Whereas there is another concept is there, shadow DOM. Okay, so there, if you look at the Selenium perspective, it's very difficult to handle it, but Playwright made it very simple. No special headache for handling shadow DOM directly. You can access it. It will pierce through the shadow DOM. Okay. And then we discussed about performing the action. Of course, not only it is typing it, how to perform the mouse actions like mouse hover, double clicking it, right clicking it, scrolling, okay, drag and drop, all those things we have seen. And other than performing the actions, we have a method to retrieve the information such as get attribute, inner text will get what is there on the screen, text content will give you what is there in the HTML, input value will give you what is there actually in the text box. You can also retrieve the URL, title, okay, HTML, and you can also get multiple text, so and so. So many getter method we have to see. Okay. And we also saw some verification methods are there, like whether it is visible, enabled, editable, disabled, etc. We can also take a screenshot, and a screenshot, what is the default extension supported, guys? PNG. Playwright will also help me to take a screenshot in JPEG format also. Remember? One more format is supported. I'm not sure how good your memory is. Tell me. PDF. Other than PDF. What is one more? PDF. Okay, that also we have. And we also saw, other than handling the regular element, then it comes to the list box. There is some special cases there. Okay. So we can handle the list box using select. Okay, where we can specify based on the value, index, label, handling single list box, single select list box, multiple select list box, retrieving the content of it, printing it, and so on. Then comes the very challenging topic, which is pop-ups. In pop-ups, we have a JavaScript pop-up, which is alert, confirm, and prompt, right? We handle it either using the page dot on. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you remember this.
Yes.
What was the one more? What is one more other than page dot? Once.
Page dot once.
It's an event based, correct, right? So we have seen it. Accept is for clicking on OK button. Dismiss is for clicking on dismiss, and you can also print the text of it. Okay. So those JavaScript pop-up has been handled it. We also saw permission pop-up such as geolocation, camera, mic, notification, right? All those things we saw. And then comes the file downloading it. That is also handled using different ways. Here also on and once can be used, or one more way is you can just use that download option and save it. Okay, that is also possible. You can suggest the name and so on. Then comes the child browsers, right? For child browsers, we have two different approaches. One is the context, and second one is you just take all of them and print the content of it. So here is an example you can see. And handling new tab and the child browser is a ditto same. Okay, that is also done. And then we saw, okay, so sometimes when we write an automation script, generally what happens, applications will be slower than the Playwright. In such cases, chances are that it will fail. If you have worked with Selenium, you'll understand the pain of it. Luckily, Playwright guy did wonderful options. They've taken out the major problem. In Selenium, the default timeout is 0 seconds, whereas here it is 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Does it mean that it wait for 30 seconds? No, it wait up to 30 seconds, right? And we can change it using set default timeout, set navigation timeout, that's for loading the page and all. You can also use wait for options like whether the element is there in the DOM, visible, whether it is not visible, removed from the DOM. You can wait for the URL, you can wait for the load state. This is one of the wonderful options, wait for load state. What it does, it will make sure that you are waiting till the page is loaded, irrespective of whatever the content it is, right? Yeah. And other than that, you can also, after all these waits, we have an option where we perform assertions, compare expected result and actual results, and report the status. There are two levels. One happens at the page level, second one happens at the element level, the locator level. So instead of using if else, instead of using assert, we use an option called expect. That's a wonderful options available in Playwright. So as you can see here, an example where page level you have to have title, to have URL and all, and even locator level also we have visible, not visible, enabled. Okay. So what is the beauty of this code is what it will if the expected value is not matching, it will not throw fail immediately. Rather than it auto waits, right? And then we'll perform the action. By default, waiting time is how much? 5 seconds. There, waiting time is 30 seconds. Here it is 5 seconds. You can modify it, custom them. And instead of all the automation, we need to perform something called compatibility testing. Testing the applications on different hardware and so different systems, basically browsers and operating system. Okay, for that, what we do, we execute them remotely. So for that, we need minimum 2 systems. One, the local system. Second one is the remote system. Local system where it contains everything, including our framework, automation script, blah, blah things. Remote system is meant for execution. It contains a OS, it contains the Playwright server, it contains the browser and the application, right? So first you need to start the server. Unfortunately, Playwright server works only on Node.js, right? Whatever the Playwright we used, that is Python based, but the server works on JS, okay, JavaScript. So first you need to install what? Node.js, then install the Playwright server, then start the Playwright server. A port number will be dynamic, so you stick onto a particular port. In your automation script, you connect using connect method. And what is this 192.168.1.3, ladies and gentlemen?
Our system.
The remote
Wrong.
system.
Remove your IP address of the remote.
Remote.
system.
So this code is written in our system, but that is the IP address of the remote system. And if you don't want to set up all this, there is a ready-made solution people will give you, such as browser stack, right? You can upload your automation script, run it on a different environments. That is also possible. Okay, we can do. And if you look at it, till now we have seen how to write a script and run it. Writing a script and running individual script is okay. But when it comes to mass execution, batch execution, if you want to run hundreds of them together, then manually clicking on run button is not a practical solution. We use another tool for it that is called as a PyTest, right? It's a unit testing framework. You just create all the automation script with the name starting with the word test. Simply write a command PyTest, it will just run everything. And if you want to install the PyTest, we say pip install PyTest and PyTest HTML. To run all the script with one single click or one single option, use PyTest. To generate the report, we use an option called PyTest HTML. You already know that PyTest HTML is a very simple and plain HTML. And we can create a colorful with the graphics, with all the charts and things. We use another tool. Ladies and gentlemen, what was the tool we used to create a graphical report?
Allure.
Allure report.
Allure report.
So we create files and functions, everything starting with the test, even class also. PyTest -c -v verbose will give you details. If it's a -s, you'll get the message printed by the print statement. Generate the HTML report. Okay, LF to rerun the last fail. FF, you rerun everything with failed first. By default, when it fails, it will not stop. It will continue the execution. So you can say maximum failure. The moment one test fails, you stop it. Okay. You can also run the selected test based on the keywords. And of course, those keywords are may not be consistent. We can create our own groups using the pytest.ini. We can create our own groups and we can say -m, okay, markers basically. And we can write a reusable program which runs before and after every test using a concept called fixture. The moment you put yield, it will become a post operation. There are different scopes are there in the fixture, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you remember. Functions means before and after every test. This is before and after every class, before and after every Python module, before and after every session, right? You can so auto use also. And if you don't want to put it in one single file and okay, write it. If you want to have a common one, use conf.test.v. File name should be same. If you want to create your own group, I'll repeat it. It must be written inside which file? pytest.ini. And if you want to use a common fixture, you must be written inside a conf.test.v. This is what the things we have done. We also saw how to parameterize the fixtures, right? How to parameterize the fixture so that it will run multiple times, right? We have seen it. And in order to run parallel, we have installed one package also, ladies and gentlemen. What is the package we installed? pytest-xdist. X means cross distributed, cross platform distributed execution. And for Allure, we need a prerequisite. What is that? Allure is developed using Java. So which software we need to install? JDK. Yes, we installed JDK. We downloaded the Allure command line tool. We set the path. Hope you remember, right? That is being done. And in PyTest part, to generate the report in JSON format, we use pip install Allure PyTest. And okay, so you run it using pytest-allure-dir Allure results. And once it will generate it in JSON format, you open it using Allure serve Allure results, you open it. So all those things. And then we saw how to read data from CSV, Excel, okay, and how to use it, and something like that. Then comes the last but not the least, automation framework. It's a platform where all of us will convert manual test case into automation scripts to have consistency and uniformity, and so that it will be there in one single place and we can run it on anything. We install the required from the scratch we created. Okay, hope you remember we created file to control the execution using config.properties. What is the capability? It will help me to decide whether I can run it in the local system or remote system, whether I can have a video or not. Remote execution, which browser, what is the application URL, what is the navigation timeout, what is the application timeout, okay? All those things we have done it. We have written a program. So we created a base test, a very lengthy program we have done it, which will, when I run it, it just performs the action. So take the data from config properties, open the browser, enter the URL, set the timeout, then calls the test. The test will read the data from the Excel file and then perform the action. Then comes up post execution. In the post execution, we have written a program to take a screenshot if that script is failed, store the video. Okay, all those things has been done. And the entire thing created using a concept called page object model. What is a page object model? Where we, for every page, we create one class, right? It contains 3 steps: declaration, initialization, and utilization, as you can see here on the screen. And once we create the framework, it has to be used by everybody. So for that, what we did, we put it into GitHub. For that, we install one software also, git.exe. Hope you remember. Okay. Then we uploaded the framework to the GitHub repository. I also showed you how to take it back in case it was your first day, which is cloning. And then we saw how to convert that manual test case into automation. So data driven and all the things we discussed. We also enhanced it to take a screenshot for failures. Okay. Once the framework is created, I want to run it. So for execution, what I should do, ladies and gentlemen? So if you want to run it, automatically, we combine this with some CI/CD pipeline, which is Jenkins, let's say. And I think we installed the Jenkins, we configured it, we ran it, and all the things has been done. So in Jenkins, there are 3 ways to run. Number 1, you can run manually using an option called build now. Number 2, you can schedule the execution by giving the particular schedule. And then you can also run when it executes other. And for this particular batch, I conducted another topic. What is that? GitHub action. Instead of using Jenkins, where installation is a headache, deployment is a headache, GitHub says, hey, Banu, you want to take all the headache? Give it to me, I'll take care of it. Okay. All you have to do is we created one special file. Can you please tell me what is the file we created, ladies and gentlemen?
YAML file.
YAML file. We created it. Okay. So with some configurations, the moment I push, tell me what it will do. It will just create a new system, install all the softwares, including Python. It will install the Python, it will install the Playwright, it will install all the things. What and all things has to be installed are in a text file. Remember requirements.txt I mentioned it, right? It will install everything. Then it will run the script. Patafat it will execute it. That is GitHub action. I'm not sure. There was some problem. I solved it and pushed it. Did you guys get a chance to look into it? I enabled the video, generating GitHub report and everything. So you can just follow that. Let me show you where we are. I'll come back to them. And there are major 4 packages we created. Test script where our automation script is present. Form classes are present in the page. Base test and delete is present in the generic. Test data is present in the data. Property file contains the configuration to be set and so on and so forth. And we have used these many tools in the discussion part. What is that? PyTest, of course. Playwright we discussed. Okay. Distribution. Okay. And any idea what is the use of this PyTest order? Sunil, what do you use?
Of execution.
By default, it will execute alphabetical order. Remember the test, right?
Yes.
In order to run
Yes.
the execute, we use it. HTML is built in, so colorful is reported. Excel handling, Panda to handle CSV and all. Property file is handled using what? PyJava properties. We also saw how to run it in browser stack as well as in the local system, how to run it in the Jenkins as well as how to run it in the GitHub. Okay. Of course, entire thing using the PyCharm, Node.js, JDK. These are all the softwares we have used. So this is all the things we have done. Okay. Super. I think pretty much. Don't you think we learned too many things? No. Did we learn less or more?
More, sir.
No, you wonder. Did I attended all this class? Okay, 1 second. Hey, what was our Python batch code, guys? 150?
52.
No. So Python, yeah, here it is. 1 second. I wanted to tell you one more. Right. Those are nice place. Please be unmute.
Sir,
Observe now. Somewhere I created. Here there is one PDF files. Okay, B154 people, you have access to it. There was some problem we are facing. Okay, what was the problem? Allure report was not getting generated. Video was not getting generated. I had given the steps what to do neatly, right? So please follow this PDF. So this is to run everything in the GitHub using GitHub action. So you have access to the videos, what and all we have done, the framework that I created, project that I've created, and how do I run GitHub actions with Allure report. That is there, please follow it. And sample series is there, remote executions we have done. I had given manual test case for it to convert it. Okay. And mock intro questions are there. One more, another important one is this one. I've documented all the methods for your reference as a cheat sheet, right? Everything is there, more than required. So don't get panicked by referring it. Okay. And another one, somebody was asking about the difference between Selenium and Playwright. Everything is uploaded. Okay, na? So P154 people, this is for you, just for reference. Same thing is shared in the Slack also that day. It is sent by email also. So please. Taking this as a reference. Yes,
sir, I learned Python and Playwright with JavaScript, sir. So how much of a difference is like Python with Playwright?
Okay. There will be almost the same methods and all same, but framework will be slightly different. Okay. Other than that, same locator, everything is same. So but if you want to continue this one, you must know Python.
Python.
Then it's you can. But I'm planning to take one more batch in the evening with the JavaScript AI. Same topic will be same, but everything will be written using what? JavaScript. So if you're comfortable with Python, you continue. Okay.
Okay.
But here my focus is I will use Python, a bit of Selenium, more of Playwright. I'm going to use it while discussing automation. Okay. Whereas in this batch, JavaScript based Selenium I'm not going to discuss it at Playwright. So the focus will be Selenium is very less, but more focus will be on the Playwright.
I mean, we would be creating MCP server with like JSON.
Yes.
Okay.
Creating MCP server with Python in this sense.
With
Okay.
Python, so that is like request response based
Request
only. So
response. Yes. Sir. Yes.
okay. Then I'll continue this batch.
Attend it. So the next comes the very important part is what to start with the name. We will discuss the theory part of it initially. So before that, let us do some small setup. I request you guys to do it. Number one, please check if Python is installed. Why? There are many people who joined. Today is your first class, I know. So I want to ensure that it is available. How do I do it? Open the command prompt. Type Python version. You will get it. Take a screenshot. You can post it in the Zoom chat so that I'll get a confidence that it is available. And those 154 people, B154, have added you guys to Slack. You guys post it in the Slack also. More confidence is not good, so please do it aram se. Nishchita, very good. Pawan, very good. Those who don't have access to the Slack, so don't worry, just post it in the Zoom chat. Anand, Anjaneya, what happened? Gaurav, Kavita, Kavashri, Lakshmi. Vignesh, very good. Loganathan, Anand. Purnima, Kavita, very good. So initially, I don't take any of the automation, so we need not worry about it. First, we'll have a theory of AI, and then we will do that. Kavyashri, Divya, Priya, Sam, Rupa. Post your output in this Zoom chat. Those who don't have access. If you just came here for time pass, please don't join this here. You're wasting everybody's time. I have seen people simply join, don't speak, don't write the code, don't post anything. Don't make this as a radio station. Very good, Sam. Rupa, is it posted?
Yes, sir. In Zoom chat, I posted.
Mamta, I can see. I'm asking about Rupa.
It's installed, sir, but not posted.
Why? Post things.
Logged in through mobile.
The meeting is live.
Sir, I'm not
Huh?
in Zoom.
Sorry. A Zoom chat, yeah? You just take a photo and paste.
Oh, sorry, the Teams I'm not added.
Go to Zoom chat, paste it, and that's all. If you don't write the code, if you don't work, AI will work for you. It will replace you. That's for sure. You should manage the AI. AI should not manage you. Careful. Mamta,
So we
refreshing
accepted
issue.
the invitation, no, sir. For Slack, after accepting, it's still not ready.
It's okay, Mamta. Don't worry. You just as of now use Zoom chat. We'll solve those issues. I can see here,
Okay,
right?
sir.
Is it you, Mamta ji?
Yes, sir.
Oh, post it. What's the problem?
For me, it is not.
I'll copy the link. I'll share it. I'm not sure how many can access it. Check it.
Okay.
Not able to access Slack. Don't worry. Don't get panicked. We'll solve it.
Sign in, it is asking. Okay.
Send it. Take time. First day, don't expect, oh, I'll write a complete code in AI. No, it will take time. Minimum 4 days, we need time. This, meanwhile, just forgot this. Guys, is this meeting ID same from B152, I believe, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So what I will do is, I will enable Zoom registration. It is free. No need to pay anything. Zoom registration is free. How to register? A video link is here. Because what happens, unknown people will attend, they'll probably create unnecessary problem. So if you open the link, it will show you how to register. Registration is very easy, just as well. All you have to do is open your Zoom. You're distracted with other videos. Okay. Open the Zoom, install the Zoom in your laptop, click on that Google option. It will show your Gmail ID. You select your Gmail ID here. Okay. Authorize it. Enter whatever the age you want, no restrictions as such. Create an account. So you are creating a Zoom account. All these things already done by B150 to 154 people. Open the Zoom. So what happened is, you can see here right side top corner, you have logged into Zoom using your Gmail ID. That's all, nothing else, no complicated stuff. And once you log in, you will get a screen like this. All you have to do is just click on that join. It will ask you for a meeting ID. Meeting ID is the same thing that you used today. The same thing I mentioned here also. Cross check it. It is 850-822-44784, I believe. Correct, right? The same thing that you used it. Please enter your name, actual name, and click on join. It will ask you for password. What is the password you guys use today?
Live.
Same password every day. Same meeting ID, same password. So every time you have to just click on join and do. So we'll enable the Zoom registration today. From tomorrow onwards, same Zoom link. Everything is same. But only thing is, you need. One second, let's share that. Give me a minute, please. So B150 to 154 people, you guys already have done it. So this should not be a complicated step for you. Newcomers, please use this. So to join class from tomorrow, you should log into Zoom using your Gmail ID first and then join the meeting. The registration is free. Just attend it for a couple of days. So if you are happy with the training, then only pay the fees and continue. So if you want to know the fees details and all, PDF is there. Just give it. Please. Just a minute. Just taking a lot of time. I've shared on PDF. This is for newcomers. So those already joined, please ignore them. Also keep that copy here. So don't forget our patch code is B156. Everybody has the Python? Just push it
Yes,
to
sir.
GitHub.
Yes.
Okay. GitHub. Tarabano B156 here. So whatever I do, everything will be here. You guys can access it. Same thing is there in the text file also. So please refer this YouTube link for tomorrow 7:30. Don't pick me saying that, sir, I'm not able to join. Okay, so it's helpless. So anything, please try it today only. If you're facing any issues to join the Zoom class, please ping me. Or you can also bring our Divya number. Go to our website, praveen.com. Here is a don't ping in odd hours like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 6, 7, not possible. Right? So any problem, please get it solved today only. It's not a problem. I never seen anybody facing a major issue to sign into Zoom. One of the very stable software that I've seen it. I never seen any people facing issue. If you are a software engineer, you will be able to join to Zoom session. As simple as it is. Okay. Super. And meanwhile, one more thing is required, guys. What is that? In order to write a program, we need a PyCharm. Okay. Any ID is okay, but I prefer to use PyCharm. So let us create one thing. Please open the PyCharm. So if you are attending this batch, my assumption is you know Python and Playwright. If you know Python and Playwright means my assumption is you have installed Python, PyCharm in your laptop, right? So if not, you can install it. That's not a big deal. So if you don't know how to install Python, that means you are not suitable for this particular batch. So please come to the Python batch. So refer it. And if you want to be so silent in the batch, my request, don't attend the class. So you think that I'm rude, I don't mind, but I want the people who are very active. So what I'm going to do is open the PyCharm, create a new project. I'll open the folder. Okay. So what is that new project folder? Let me be here. And here I create our patch code is what? B156. That's it. Great. So let me create one package also. Right click, new Python package J01. Right click, new Python file, demo1. And the lecture once we code print. Oh. And the latest run. That's it. So minimum this you should do, or else it's very tough. So before coming to tomorrow's class, please ensure that you have a Python, you have a PyCharm. With this code is working. So those who have it, please try it. So those who don't have it, please get it done before coming to tomorrow's class.
Sir, previously we were discussing that all the key points now, sir. So where can I find that, sir? Like, all the-
Which one?
like
This is
on
there
your,
in the B154 folder. You got a video, right?
on the top, like day-wise topics we were discussing now, sir. Like very key points.
You remember we shared a link for you to download the video?
Yes, yes.
That it will be shared then.
Okay.
You will get all the summaries and PDF and everything, but we will never share you PDF. Please remember, content will be given, but not the PDF. Same content I'll share in the PDF. What people does, they simply distribute it to everybody. That is what the
I'm
problem we faced here.
able to access the 156 channel, I mean Slack channel.
Very. If you are facing issues, don't worry, we'll resolve it. That's not a biggest issue.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, I'll share my screen, sir,
What happened, madam?
because of this lag.
Slack, don't worry. Just are you
It's,
able to write the Python code?
no, sir,
This is
you said my
important.
name is there, but I'm not
That's okay.
accessible.
We'll connect one-to-one resolve. Why to bother
Okay, sir.
everybody?
Okay.
This is important. Please ensure that PyCharm is ready. Tomorrow onwards, we'll start the coding directly. We will create our own AI models. So gentle reminder, tomorrow class is at same time, 7:30, same Zoom link. It requires you to log into Zoom using your Gmail ID first and then join to the class. So please get the issue solved today itself. Do not tomorrow at 7 or 7 o'clock, 7:30. Please don't ping that it is not working. I'll be helpless because I'll be in the class. I cannot stop the class and solve your technical issues. Okay. So please get the issues resolved today only in case if you are facing any joining issues. I don't think so. In case if that is not working, try to join from a different device. Imagine the worst case scenario if you're not able to attend the class. So from that laptop or else different laptop, or you can join from your mobile phone. Somewhere you join, don't miss the classes, right? And if your intention is just to join the class without writing any code, okay, without speaking, without answering the question, don't join. You are wasting my time also, your time also, right? So I don't want a mute spectator for this particular batch because things are very serious here. So AI is one of the very critical part. You have to learn. There is no escape from it. Please remember. So if you don't learn, okay, you cannot earn. That's a very important.
Sir, can you add me to the Slack channel, sir?
It's okay. We'll do that. No? We will add everybody. As of now, those who already registered means paid the fees and joined the course, it is been added because that's the official data we have. So others will be added soon. Don't know.
Okay.
Done. So before coming to tomorrow's class, please ensure that your PyCharm is ready. Any
This
question on this?
virtual environment is not there in the project which I'm
That's okay. Is it code is working?
trying.
Check it. Don't forget that virtual. If it is there, fantastic. Not there also fine. Code should work.
It's working.
That's it. Work extensions. Anybody else facing issue? Any questions you guys have? All right then. Thank you so much for attending. We'll continue from tomorrow. Yeah. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You guys.
Thank you, sir.